Well, hello there, friend. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Andrew Najera here at Drew Installs Hardware. Today we're going to be installing a new threshold on this funky old frame that's got this kind of radius thing going on, flares out just past the stop. So we got a new threshold going in, going to seal this thing up, and it's a school modernization, so how am I going to do this? Well, I don't do a lot of custom stuff like this, to be honest. In my line of work, it's a lot of the same old all the time. So I found a piece of cardboard. I'm going to put it right there where the stop starts. And I've got the straight edge from a combination square that broke. It probably broke a long time ago, but I threw out the other part of it, but I hang on to the little ruler straight edge thing because just for something like this might come in handy. So I set it up there and make a line, and then I'm going to move it to give me that angle and make another line. And I'm doing this with one hand because I'm holding the other hand of my other hand's holding the phone. So that's my angle there. That's awesome, right? So that gives me the left side or the hinge side of that threshold, what that angle cut needs to be. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. As you see there on my cardboard, I've got the left side, I've got the right side. And here I have a threshold that luckily the supplier knew was a funky condition. So they gave me a longer threshold than you would typically give me for, like, let's say it was a 36-inch door. Well, a 36-inch threshold wouldn't be long enough to make that angled cut. So they gave me a threshold that was like 40 inches or something like that so that I could have some extra material to make it work. And I'm cutting material off both sides just so I can keep my screws centered. And then you see there I've cut that cardboard where I got my angles so that I can hold it up and kind of use it as a template and make my angled marks. The ramp portion of the threshold is going to stick outside the frame for the sweep to seal to. And then it's about 1.15 inches in where the door is going to be before the stop. Yeah, about 1.15 inches. And you can see my marks there. You see the angle I make. And I'm going to cut that. And then I'm going to stick it up in there just to see, how it's looking. I haven't cut the other side yet, but I just kind of want to get a feel. Oh, it looks like I need to trim out a little more where that stop section is, because if I trim out just a little bit more there, it'll make those two other cuts look a lot better. And that's what we did. And I'm going to caulk those cuts always also after the threshold's glued down and sealed. I haven't cut the other end yet. Cut the other end, guy. Let's get this over with. Come on. See, I got it laid out there. Get it cut. Okay, yes, we know what you did, guy. We understand. You put the template there, made your mark, and we are good to go. So let's pop that bad boy in, see how things are looking. And from what I remember, I think the concrete's not very even. So let's see. Get it in. Did you cut it right? It's almost right. Tap her down. Okay. And I think I step back and see that the latch side concrete has been built up, because a lot of these modernizations, they're redoing all the concrete outside the buildings. And so it's supposed to be lower, or the building side's supposed to be higher, then outside's supposed to step down a little bit. They did that, but it built up a little bit. Right where the threshold was going to be. So I marked where the threshold was going to be, and I just took a cold chisel and knocked some of that buildup down. And now it's sitting flat. The seal or the sweep on the outside of the door is going to sit flat. This is looking good. So until next time, happy hardwaring.